Today we will be looking after what are the admin related settings which can be used in that 26 series. So let's have a look. Let's have a look on function settings, common settings, and under common settings you have multiple settings. So we go paper feed settings, paper source auto selections, and paper feed auto selections. It will check which paper has to be selected auto. Switch paper method, it shows the priority, and paper suspended job timeout, it has a limit what time it should be suspended. Paper output settings. Paper output settings is basically used for the job separator settings. And print settings. In the print settings, the print priority can be given, which function has to be given the priority. So this can be customized based on the customer requirement. And then default settings for output paper. Two-sided printing is off, we can make it on, so that by force we are making two-sided on always. Auto delete suspend job, so this is off already. Then go to the scan settings. These pages will have a scan related settings. So whatever the scans related functions, this can be controlled from these settings. So whether this will talk about you want speed is a priority or quality is priority. Speed priority in the sense it will give enhanced speed, and quality priority means it gives a better output and better insight on the quality. So most of them we keep a speed if you want to speed scanning. Generate a file. This will be used sometimes to create a file to make sure the machine is giving an optimum level. So this will have include OCR and XML formats. Then authentication method. As you know, the authentication method is protect the machine with authentication, but we will be doing this on the management setting. So this is the least priority at this function. This can be controlled from other management settings. So once we finish the common setting, we can go back to the main function setting and move to received and forward settings. So you can put output. This is TX RX user data list. You can print and check what scanning has done. So this will have a logs and common setting. Under common settings, you will have common settings which is related to the receive and forward. So this is basically what happened. This is for scanning function related settings. Then store and access file. This is the settings which will always useful when you want to store some files and retrieve some files. So in the memory media settings, use scan print function. It should be always on, otherwise we cannot use an external memory device because this is set by default. This will be off, so you have to make it on, then click apply settings. The machine will restart. The moment the machine gets restarted, then you can use your external USB device. Right. So now we will go to management settings. Under user management, this is where you can create a users, multi-level of users, and will have a different level of authentications. So this authentication method will be useful to secure the machine, to give authority for the particular user to use functions. Okay. So this will have multiple settings under authentication management, and this is system manager information. This is the default username and password for system manager. Then we will go to the department ID. Department ID also will be useful for user authentication function purpose. Okay. So device information. This is a place where you can get the device information and certificate, and you want to restrict this device to use someone else. So basically management setting is meant to manage the device. So when you go to the manage personal settings, you can enable, disable the settings, and license others, where you can register a license, where you can put add-on settings. This is add-on MIP settings, so you can change your add-on settings on this particular area. And remote UI on, you should be on, otherwise you cannot use the remote user interface. Also there is a remote operation settings where you can control RSOK from far. So when you go to import and export, also you can import and export the data from machine to pen drive to machine. And when you go to initialize setting, this is a setting where you format the machine to back to factory settings, but I am not doing now. So then move to security settings. Security settings, we have authentication password settings. So in authentication functions, we have many security concern settings. So please handle it carefully, because this changing a small value will give a big impact. So better to deal with an appropriate manner. So then go to encryption settings. Encryption setting, nothing. Then I think that's all in terms of admin related settings. Thank you.